So my topic was basically about people who are pretending to be somebody they're not. My first book was The Awakening, and in it there's a high society woman named Edna. She's from New Orleans, and she kind of fits into the cookie cutter mold of who she's supposed to be. She cares for her children and has parties for her friends and stuff. And then her and her family take a vacation to a friend's cottage, and while she's there she falls in love with this other guy, and she's awakened, and she kind of realizes her independence and her youth. She remembers a bunch of memories and everything, and she starts to paint again, which is something she loved to do when she was younger. And then when her family returns back to their home, she realizes that she doesn't like the life that she has anymore, so she decides to move out and leave her husband and children, and she decides to devote her life to painting, and that's how she's going to make a living. And then the other book is called Passing, and it's about an African-American woman named Claire who passes for a white woman, and she's married to a white man, and she has been living this white life until she runs into her childhood friend named Irene. And then Claire remembers that she kind of misses spending time with people who she has stuff in common with. So she starts going to Irene's parties and hanging out with a bunch of people who she doesn't normally get to hang out with. So passing is defined as a light-skinned African-American acting as white in order to gain social opportunities otherwise denied to them, just like education or jobs. Which made me think that it's not really relevant today, but until you broaden the definition, when you think of people who gay people who pass for straight, or maybe you're liberal and have to pass for conservative in order to please your family, or people who pretend to be rich, or who pretend to have certain religious beliefs, so that we can fit in to people who we hang out with. And then I feel we do that a lot in high school, and it's because we're just all trying to fit in and stuff, which made me think of High School Musical. You know, when they're doing that dance, and they're all I'm a baker, but I'm an athlete, or I'm a nerd, but I want to dance and stuff. So, and I know I see some people and I'm oh, they're so fake, but aren't we all pretending to be something that we're really not? So originally I was going to have a do not pass sign, but then I realized that's not really reasonable, because we're all pretend to be something we're not. But, and I don't really think that it's always a bad thing, because I feel we avoid a lot of conflicts and stuff. We don't want to fight over something, just yeah, sure, whatever, that's what I think too. I know I do that a lot. So I chose a pass with care sign, because it's you can pass sometimes, but you have to choose when it's worth it and when it's not. Because it can be hard to do it. And I found this website of people who, they're people who had pretend to be someone they're not in their life. And 90% said it was a bad experience, 90% said it made them sad, 100% would not do it again, and 100% would not recommend it. So I think that shows that it's not really something you want to do all the time, because it's hard to pretend to be somebody you're not. And in my books, The Awakening, where you have that high society woman, she eventually realizes that she's kind of stuck in between her two lives, the high society and the free woman she wants to be. And she can't really devote herself to either life, because she feels obligated to her children, but she feels she wants to please herself too. So she ends up committing suicide in order to completely liberate herself. In The Passing, eventually Claire's husband, who was extremely racist, finds out that she's not white, and he's horribly mad, and she ends up falling out a window, and we don't know if she was pushed or if she jumped out, but she ends up killing, and I think that really shows how it's not easy to be someone you're not.